Dr. Giggles back in effect. And we heading out in the Oasis of the seas, y'all. Yo, fun in the sun, y'all. Check it out. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster, chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster, chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Poured in Oasis in the middle of December. Hoping everything that happens I'll remember. Watching rubber duckies dance on ice. Is my brain fried or is it cooked like rice? Frozen in time, became a lost art. Dancing and spinning, moving around like a dog. Walking through the promenade, it feels like Christmas. If landing on a cruise ship, I needed a witness. I thought eating a lot would be smart. I guess it was wrong, now I have to fight. Now there's a parade, now it's time to move. We're heading to the carousel so I can finally sit. Relaxing in paradise as we rhyme in Haiti. No pirates in sight, oh my matey. Swimming around in crystal clear blue water. I heard it was snowing at home, sorry for the torture. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Relaxing in the spa after a tough day. A bad ritual for us, now it's time to play. Heading off to Jamaica, taking a drive. Better lock those doors so we can stay alive. Beautiful in nature, red done river falls. Climbing up the waterfalls, just freezing my balls. Splashing in the water, doing the backflip. The four of us together, hoping it never stops. She's singing about murder at the Ocean Beach Club. Can't wait to get back then, relax in the hot tub. We're splashing on shore, our feet start to sing. The thought of walking back is not really starting to sing. Traffic gridlock, with nowhere to go. Walking back about a mile, starting to feel like a hoe. Nobody feels pity for our frustrations. The locals say no problems, but only situations. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. We in the home stretch, heading back to port. The fun isn't over, but time is running short. Cruise compass in hand, entertainment has been checked. Tonight at 10:30, we watching the Edge Effect. It's all a cappella, they all blew my mind. Had to buy the CDs, had to get them all signed. The windjammer is calling, time to get some food. Now that my belly's full, I'm in a better mood. Got my helmet on so I could escape. I weebled and wobbled, I guess I better lose some weight. Christmas carolers gathered to spread Christmas cheer. Look at all those hot ivers not showing any fear. The cruise is almost over, so I go ride a carousel. When I get home, I know I'm gonna feel like hell. At the end of the day, you're feeling good vibrations. While you're freezing in the snow, I'm relaxing with celebrations. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the new hit single, Oasis of the Seas music video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If not, you can rewatch it, share it amongst the world, if you like. What do you call it? It seems people are liking these weird little music videos I do, so I'm going to do more of them. So this is season 6 finale. At the end of the show, I look at a calendar. I didn't pre-write it down when I was coming back, but we'll give you a date when to come back. But just so you know, that doesn't mean we're dead. You know, like nothing's gonna happen. I got videos to edit for days. We got things we're gonna be doing, and other videos that I have ideas that I want to make, and we'll probably do some off-season stuff, and you know, we're coming up with new things. Things are gonna be changing around here.
some stuff that you all should know before we get into this whole show, that the Grow Show Facebook, the Grow Show Instagram, and the Grow Show Twitter will be closing at some point. We'll announce that. We're just going to run it all through SFNEOnline. The YouTube page is going to stay. It's really crazy when I'm doing stuff to keep bouncing everything between the Facebook and the Instagrams and the Twitter accounts. I'm just waiting on the login information from Zach. And I know he's really busy with school and work and all that. And so that's going to change. So it'll be all good. So in any case, so just be on the lookout for that. I don't think we're dead when we close them. We'll announce where we're going and how to get there, and we're just going to stick with that. This is all SFNEOnline, and I know people are confused as hell, and we're going to kill the confusion. It's going to be over and dead. And like I said, this is the season finale, and this is the last show of this season, last show 2017. As of Monday, it'll be the year 2018. I wish I had like some fireworks to go off for you and stuff like that. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool things going on in this off season. We're probably going to take a month and change off. We're going to make the new intro. Again, we're going to make new videos and new all kinds of stuff. We did the test with green screen. If you saw the Merry Christmas video, I don't know how many people saw the video that we posted. Myself and Luco did that Christmas Eve night, real quick. I find it goofy, funny, and we're going to do more stupid things like that. Not necessarily stupid, but it was just us being goofy, us coming up quick, on like that, and we just wanted to test it out and see how it worked. I don't know if you guys liked it, hated it, but we're going to keep doing some crazy stuff. So like I said, things are going to get crazy. Things are. Happy New Year, Luco. Hello, Mr. Sean. Mr. Tons of Fun Roller Coaster Adventure. Happy New Year, everybody. Hello, Brett D99. And everybody else that's out there watching. And before we continue, I'd just like to thank everybody for this year. You guys actually helped make 2017 a really awesome year for the Grove Show and SFNEOnline. So thank you guys again for that. And we just continue to look to grow. And thank you guys again. And so this week, we're going to talk about that Oasis video. We're going to talk about some stuff that to be on the lookout for, and some news. And there was some breaking news not too long ago that you guys need to know, so pass it along. Six Flags New England is officially closed for the season. The park sent the email out to the employees. The employees notified us. And so if you're looking to go tomorrow or the rest of the week, Holiday Inn Park is officially done due to Mr. Jack Frost sprinkling his little extreme cold weather. So unfortunately, I'm sad about that. I was really looking forward to the fireworks and going to the park, and I get it. Safety for employees, safety for the guests. I get it. It sucks that the cold had to roll through like this. I mean, it's like negative temperatures around here, and it's going to be like that probably till at least Wednesday. And then I'm looking at the Wednesday forecast, like 3 to 5 inches of snow. It's just not ending. I really wish I was back on that cruise ship, to be honest, And so yeah, that sucked. And hey, it is what it is. Also, anybody looking to go to Lake Compounce, they're done for the season. Great Adventure canceled their New Year's Eve fireworks. So just be wary in the New England, basically anywhere from, Jersey around there all the way on up to Maine and stuff. Any New Year's Eve plans you had with parks and stuff, stuff's going to be canceled. So far, Coney Island still has something going on. So we'll see how that turns out, but be a little wary. And I know Six Flags New England hasn't posted anything yet that I know of since I found out about the park closing. Hopefully they get on that soon so that way people can prepare, because I don't know how many people are going to show up tomorrow and see that the park's closed and didn't get any notification. So they need to get on that as quickly as possible. Again, anybody that's watching this after the fact, comment below and let us know things you want us to see. You know what I'm saying? Going into 2018. Is there something that you want us to cover that we're not? That's what that you want us to see. because I made the post today, and it really rings true. When I posted if you go on, I know a lot of people don't even look at SFNEOnline.org's main page due to lack of stuff over the last year, but that's changed. If you go there, there's tons of stuff now. But anyway, I did it on a review, and then I posted the longer video of the Oasis of the Seas. But the thing that really struck me, that I kind of came up with, but which rings true, the whole reason for SFNE Online, the whole reason for the Grove Show is we go on all these adventures and we cover stuff from the New England parks and the amusement parks and all the crazy things we think of, myself, Lugo, Dave, Jody, AJ, everybody that's involved with SFNE Online, and we go, hey, we're going to go do this cool thing, we're going to cover it. And I hope anybody doesn't take it as a dig, as like, oh, we're just showing off. And that's not what it is. My whole thing with doing this is, everybody knows I'm like an entertainer. I did the music thing, and then I like doing these shows, and you guys enjoy watching them, and I'm making music videos because music was my forte, and I feel that just my calling is being an entertainer. So that's what I want to do. I want to entertain you all, number one. Number two, I hope that I can inspire each and every one of you by a trip that I take. Maybe you thought, well, maybe I want to go on a cruise, but maybe it wasn't for me, or maybe I want to go to a Comic-Con or a certain park that you haven't been to. And I really hope that what you take away from that, we had fun, obviously, or maybe we didn't, but I hope that you take away from all of that is I hope it inspires everybody to go, hey, you know what, because of what he did, now I want to go on that cruise, or go to this island, or go to this Comic-Con, or whatever we're covering. And that's the main goal. And if anybody out there ever has questions about something, you're thinking about it and don't know how to go about it, or maybe I have the answer that you're not finding somewhere, just message me. I don't care. I'll help you, direct you in that way. That way, because I just really want to show people out there that there's more than just Six Flags or a Cedar Point or a Cedar Fair Park, or there's a lot of cool stuff out there. And like I said, I don't know what everybody likes, and that's what I'm trying to find out. Go to places that people suggest that maybe you haven't gone, maybe you want to see. You know what I'm saying? And Sean, I do think they're going to have Holiday in the Park next year. When we've talked to like Jen McGrath and stuff, and the park personnel, they said that the attendance, they can't compare attendance because they've never done it at that park. But they said it's way more people than they expected to come out. So obviously when it's nice weather, people come out, and they come out in droves. Because I was there twice. I went there the opening weekend, and then I went the weekend after for media day, and the park was packed. And I saw all the times that when it was good weather and wasn't freezing, that the park was packed. Well, so to speak. It's not like a busy summer, day, but for what was open and the amount of stuff, there was a lot of people, which is good. It helped them, and I kind of wish it was open because I wanted to go get the other ugly sweater, because when we were doing the green screen stuff, I got the green one. I could change the background, but I'm lazy. I already have the green screen hanging up. Why do I want to change black or white or whatever color? I just want to change, I just keep it up. But eventually I have to change them for different outfits and stuff like that. If I wore this right now and did it on a white background, I would disappear. Because that's the cool thing about green screen. Wear green, your body disappears. So if you're filming this right, all you got is a head. And I did that. If you look at the photo that pops up as the SFNE Online Grow Show photo, you see my head and it says Coaster Addict, but my body's gone. So there's other pictures that we have of like the kids messing around holding my head. That's kind of funny. And matter of fact, I did that during Joker Media Day. I know we posted the pictures of me and AJ, and it just, my head. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so like I said, that's what I'm hoping you guys get out of all that stuff. And hopefully don't be afraid to comment on the videos, because that's how we get feedback to know if it sucks or if you like what we did. Don't hesitate. If you see a video and you like it, say, hey, that's cool, keep doing it, or that sucks, stop doing it. I'm not afraid of that. I take criticism very seriously, in the sense of, if that ain't working, it ain't working. If it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I like out of all this. But anyway, so enough of my blab, 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 blab. Another thing I found out is Six Flags New England had a town meeting on the 7th. I didn't know about it. But in any case, I wasn't here anyway. But was the plans for the relocation of the rides, but we don't have any information yet. They haven't posted the minutes for the meeting. So when we get that, we'll talk about that. Usually they take about a month from when they have the meeting to posting the stuff. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I can't wait to find out exactly. I mean, we all know where the teacups are going, but I want to know where the what do you call it? The slingshot's going. That I want to know. All right, so we got news. So anyway, we're gonna cover news. I got a bunch of news this time versus last week. I didn't really have much news. Plus, I had lost the paper, and I think I had found it. I think it was like over here folded. Matter of fact, no, that's not the paper. I had to clean it because I finally got the new computer that's not a piece of crap anymore, so it's going to be good. I wanted to go more because it's the first year. Yeah, it's the first year. And I really think that with Holiday in the Park, they're just going to keep adding on to it every year. I think it's just going to be progressive. You know, because the first year when they got the budget, they go, here's your money, spend what you can, get what you can with this money. And that's what they did. And I mean, Holiday in the Park blew my mind because up until New England did it, I hadn't been to a Holiday in the Park. And I said, I really didn't feel for me to go to Jersey was really worth the drive and the time and the effort to get there. Because one, not everything's open. And I know how it was going to be. And what if I drove down there and it was crap and they either closed it or rides were closed due to cold. And I was like, I just didn't want to travel that far because of that. So I never went. So now I have it locally. I can go. It's not a big deal. And they blew my... I don't know about you guys that have gone or if you've seen videos and stuff that we've posted or other people have posted. But let me tell you, they blew my mind and expectations away. It was definitely good. And I was you're talking about being a big collector. We know I collect crap too. I had bought I bought the ornaments. I bought the ugly sweater. I didn't buy the t-shirt because I'm not really like in a t-shirt sense. I won't wear long sleeve t-shirts really. They're just weird. Like a sweatshirt, yeah, I could take that off, and then I got my regular t-shirt on. And I know they had some other stuff that I didn't get. And I really, 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 really wanted the employee hats and scarf and stuff, and I couldn't get one. Damn it. Really wanted it. Yeah, they didn't announce anything December 10th, so I don't know what that was about. But what I'm thinking, I'm really starting to think that this whole thing is going to be about Mind Eraser. That's what I think. Potentially also Gotham City. Maybe they're holding off the announcement. Because, I mean, they didn't publicly come out and say that there was an announcement December 10th that I know of. But I did hear through the grapevine that there was going to be an announcement on the 10th. Obviously, that didn't happen. So who knows? I don't know what is going to go on with the announcement, but if you were in the park and if you've seen the pictures they had it in a weird, awkward spot. You know, they had it in a weird, awkward spot, the sign. It was in between, like, the Lost and Found and the First on the right-hand side. You know, we get the ice cream and funnel cakes and stuff, little food stand. You know, the date, April 7th is when the park opens. And just question marks all over it. So and then plus if anybody saw the newsletter, they were talking about how somebody else is coming. So that makes sense that the Riddler's gonna come and Mind Eraser is gonna become the Riddler. And I mean I actually don't know the secrets to it, and but we'll you know, there's some things that are kept hush hush and there's some things that are not hush hush, etc. etc. And that one's being kept a secret from me. I'm sure I'll find out sooner or later what's going on. So with that, and I don't know if this year they're going to do the Gotham City makeover or the year after. I don't know. And yes, Six Flags Fiesta Texas is doing something with Scooby-Doo. I don't know if it's going to become a Justice League. I don't know if it's going to be another theme. In a sense, I'm kind of hoping it's another theme. And the only thing is, you know how we always keep talking about recycling the ideas, and it's like the Oprah show, and when they do the ride announcements, and you get one, and you get one, and you get one, and you get one. I'd really like to see Six Flags think outside the box, come up with their own theme. And I mean, Justice League is a huge hit, and I'm not even knocking the ride because I love it. I mean, I never thought Six Flags, period, as a company would come with a dark ride like that. I mean, that's caliber of, like Spider-Man and Doc Castle at Busch Gardens, and, and only this is shoot 'em up. It's that kind of caliber of ride, and I loved it. I mean, would I love a Justice League up here in New England? Hell yes, I would. But if they can come up with a good theme that is not, an IP and it's something original, I'd be all for it. I know the GP would be like, but I would be all for it. I mean, there comes a time when you have to, in a business sense, is it cost effective to use IPs? How long is it? I feel an original theme, because theme parks aren't doing original themes anymore. It's all about what is something that the GP knows, and let's theme it to that. And then you're going to spend all that money again when the theme isn't popular to re-theme it. I'm all about the original idea. If you can pull off a great original idea, do it. I mean, I've sent off email after email after email after email to Six Flags New England about different things that they could do with the park, for Fright Fest, for, something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that they could do in the park. I gave them ideas for a dark ride that wasn't Justice League. I even wrote out a whole storyline, character names, everything for them. Like, I just was like, here's some gold. Use it. Yeah, unless they're making a crappy version of Justice League, I can't see them utilizing Scooby-Doo in that way. We're going to see what's going to happen. I mean, they probably just don't want to pay the Scooby-Doo licensing fee anymore. They probably feel it's not cost effective, and I don't know how the attendance is on the ride. Maybe the ride's falling apart, in terms of it needs a good refurbishment, and it's good. Yes, they should stop the clones. Totally agree. They don't need to keep doing clones. I know why they do, but to me, it's unacceptable. I mean, obviously, everybody can't have all unique different rides, because when it comes to stuff like flat rides, everybody's going to have carbon copies of something. There's only so many flat rides out there in the world. So those would be cloned. But you don't have to name them the same thing and put them all in the same park every year. Like 3 parks get this year and 3 parks get that next. You don't have to do that. You can spread them out over 10 years or so. And it's all because of those surveys that probably most of us don't. I mean, I do them all the time, but you guys should, when you get those surveys in your email and you go, delete it, and you don't do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Do the survey, because that's where they get all their feedback from. They actually utilize those and use them. So if they happen to go, well, if all the enthusiasts say there's 1 million GP and 500,000 fans, right? And we go, we don't want that. But say only 100,000 of us go, hey, we don't want that. Well, the 1 million people are going to win. But if you got closer to 1 million people going, nah, you can help deter them from doing it. And go, well, half of the people want it, half of the people don't. Nah, I don't know about that, Take the time. You need to get them. Maybe you have to sign up for it or something. You need to get those surveys somehow. And you need to do them, and then you need to, You need to make sure that everybody that gets them does them. So that way you can voice your... They told me. That's where they know which rides to get, because a lot of the GP find out that, Six Flags Great Adventure got this and we didn't, or another Six Flags got this and we didn't. Well, they want that ride. So that's how you get the clones. That's why. They use that as their research and development. They follow the trends. Everything is follow a trend. Doesn't matter if it's retail, service, entertainment, the hospitality industry. When they see the trend, they use the stuff. That's how you get that. So trust me. Make sure you do the surveys. And if you don't want the clones, make that known. You got to voice the opinion. This is where an opinion actually counts. Where you can rise up and vote and it actually counts. Use it to your advantage. I mean, don't be a dick about it, but just be like, hey, nah, how about this? Like, nah, I don't want that ride. We want this ride. Something that somebody doesn't have. We need to get new stuff, cool stuff. They're going to need to fill holes in all the parks. Doesn't matter what chain it is. Every chain has holes in their parks. They need to fill the holes. Yeah, I haven't even got into the news yet. All right, so let's get to the news, because there's some cool things, some stupid things. All right, so for those that are looking for a New Year's Eve experience, since now that Six Flags New England is closed, and you can't enjoy the fireworks, Disney's going to be broadcasting it live from Magic Kingdom, so you can watch the New Year's Eve fireworks. It's one of your options. I know a lot of people turn on the TV to various stations. You can go online and watch Disney's. Put it up on your TV. It's probably YouTube or something. I got to find that out. It just says, Disney Live on, on the internet, in the blog. It doesn't say, there's no link. We got to figure out the link. For those thinking about Six Flags Magic Mountain, keep this in mind. In 2 days, the workers may go on strike if they don't get a deal between the union and Six Flags, because now that they're going to 365 days starting January 1st, workers are unhappy about certain things, so they may go on strike, so we'll find out what's going on with that. That's a stay tuned kind of thing. But they want some more stuff for it because they're going 365. This next one had to do with, and don't forget, the park is open daily for Holiday in the Park until January 1st, SFNE, but that's no longer. The park reopens April 7th, so we'll find out about Minor Racer and all that, but I'm sure we'll find out before that. The other tidbit of news from Six Flags New England, in the newsletter it stated, we've talked about this before because we found out, and Jen McGrath confirmed to me and said I could post it, but this is the first time they publicly said that Buzzsaw is leaving, and I know on SFNEOnline's Facebook it's creating quite the stir. Either some people didn't get the memo, didn't pay attention, or didn't care to look, but now they're like, whoa, what's going on, and now it's creating quite the stir. Nobody heeded the warning that we gave out. Maybe they thought I was full of crap, maybe, I don't know, but Buzzsaw is leaving, and it's done now, so they'll probably start ripping that bad boy apart next week, this week, whatever, but they're going to rip it apart. It'll be gone. For those that bought tickets for Santa's Village in New Hampshire for their New Year's Eve bash, it's still going to be open. It's still taking place, even with the below freezing temperatures, but they are the masters of keeping things open in the freezing cold. I know that firsthand from going in 2008. The things that they do to keep that park open will blow your mind. And Six Flags New England and other parks in cold areas should really talk to Santa's Village, because what they do is crazy. The roller coaster, Rudy's Transport doesn't run, but all the flat rides, Ferris wheel, everything runs. They run bullet propane heaters under the rides, keep them warm and running. I saw that with my own eyes when I went, and it was snowing. It was 0 with a wind chill of minus 25. It was kind of crazy, and it was cold. And Jeremy was 4 and did not like it, so him and my father stayed indoors, and me and Jeremy were running ride to ride, riding the train, riding all the cool flat rides that they got, even the reindeer themed carousel. It was cool. I would probably do it again, as crazy as I am, because it was cool. There was snow on the ground. It really looked like Santa's Village. It was awesome. So if you bought tickets, have no fear. They are still open. Nobody had a real chance to go ride Buzzsaw after the official warning. Park only open for half a day after that. Correct. But I gave that warning out everywhere. Facebook, forums, the show, multiple millions of times we talked about it, to get your last rides in. And some people did not heed the warning. And so some people are crying that they didn't get their last rides in. They didn't bother. Like, oh, I'll just go around here. I want to get them on, New England weather is so unpredictable. It could be 75 tomorrow and then 0 the day after, especially in the wintertime. So, for those that had not gotten their last rides in, it sucks. But you should have heeded my warning. Heed the warning! Because we tried. Alright, so Scooby-Doo, we already talked about that. There's three Walt Disney World items that we need to discuss that are kind of weird. I'll save the Star Wars one for the last of them. So, this one's a weird article that I read that I saw it pop up. I don't know whether it was Facebook or Twitter or something, but I read it. And it's really weird and creepy. Now, you know, they do this at the yacht club, the yacht and beach club. Now, you know, they have the ballrooms. People do the weddings and, you know, conventions and whatever in Disney at these fancy resorts. Well, here's the weird, creepy, disgusting thing about all this. Now, say you had a wedding today, right? We'll use that as an example. They use that as an example. And the day before, they would have a medical convention where they were operating on cadavers. And if you don't know what a cadaver is, it's a dead body. They said they wheel in these giant freezers, and then they set up these ballrooms as such like a, what do you call it? You know, like an operating room. They've got the whole get-up, they got everything going on, and they lay down plastic on the floor so they don't stain the floors and all that, and they start hacking up and surgerying cadavers all over that place. And then meanwhile, the next day they're having a wedding. Kind of creepy. I thought it was kind of messed up, but the people that are there, they have a great time. They learn stuff. They cut up dead bodies all right there. Right on your dinner table. Kind of disgusting. So think about that. Next time you're in a ballroom and a Disney, you know, like at the beach and yacht club, you might not want to eat there. Just because of dead cadaver juice. Ew. See, I love Buzzsaw. I mean, sometimes it's a little painful depending upon where you sit, but I love the forces on that ride. It was a great ride. I don't know. And plus, it was an original Riverside ride. The ride's over 40 years old, and evidently it's hard to get parts for that ride. And so it was just time to lay that bad boy to rest. All right, so the next tidbit is, and they haven't officially said why they're doing this, but I think it's in reaction to the Las Vegas shooting. If you stay at the Grand Floridian, the Polynesian, and the Contemporary Resort, they are doing away with the do not disturb signs that you can hang outside your door, so that way you can't, you know, you don't get room, you know, the what do you call it, the cleaners in the room and all that. They want to have proactive. They're going to go in your room at least once during the day. You know, knock on the door, let them know that you're coming in, even if you have the sign. They feel that, which is the one with the mono, I can't remember which the name of the, I think it's the Grand Floridian. But whatever one the monorail rolls through, they said has vantage points from hotel rooms that are similar to the Vegas shooting, and they don't want that to happen. So this is in regard to that. I mean, they didn't come out and say this is because of the Vegas shooting. All they say is that they look at their security policies, change them as needed, and they just want to make sure, because that Vegas shooter, they said in this article that that person room went unchecked for days. So that's what's going on. And yeah, they're taking out a lot of Riverside rides, but you still, for original Riverside rides that you have left, you have Thunderbolt, you have Crime Wave, because that was the wave song. It's still the same ride, they just rethemed it. What else you got? So you got Thunderbolt, you got, the Carousel, and I think that might be it. That's left for original rides. I mean, Crime Wave doesn't look original because it's rethemed to Batman, you know, Batman and all that, but it's the original ride. Yeah, because I mean, the track for the, what do you call it, wild, you know, the antique car ride, it's not the cars, but the track's still the same. The layout's still the same, just the cars are different. Take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I mean, you have to think about this. As much as we love rides that we hold near and dear to our hearts, especially a lot of the classic Riverside rides. Most of them are gone. But that happens everywhere. Scrambler, there you go. And if for those that remember, Scrambler used to be indoors at one time. We do have a few, and I'm sure Thunderbolt, as long as they keep doing that and don't want to rip it down and put something else, that'll stay. I mean, Crime Wave could go at some point. Scrambler could go at some point. It sucks, yes, and I get that. But at the same time, you have to remember, all amusement parks, that especially chains or ones that are thriving, you have to change out rides and do things. And as the rides get older, I mean, look at that Scrambler. That Scrambler is old as hell. Eventually, that's got to go, or they're going to get a new model in replace of it. You can only get parts for certain models for so long. It's like a car. After so many years, they just stop making the car parts, and you're out of luck. I mean, a lot of the parts we can still get for cars, but in the amusement industry, it's a lot tougher. And it becomes too costly to make the parts. And it takes too long. It's a pain in the ass. And that's why they do it. Plus, a lot of people go, well, this ride's boring. The ridership is key. If the ridership tanks, that's a key indicator. Do something with the ride. Rip it out. Put a new ride. Something. So if you want to keep these rides, and I mean, let's all be honest. The only time that Buzzsaw got a line was on a really busy day. Any other day, you could walk right on the ride. You know, that's why they changed things for Minor Racer and got new trains, blah, 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 because the ridership was down considerably. That ride was probably on the chopping block, and they said, well, hey, we got all these complaints about it banging ahead. Let's get new trains. They did that, and now more and more people ride it. It's not a skip ride now. It became from a let's skip it to let's ride it, and then we can ride it again because now we're not getting headaches or our head's not hurting, and then it becomes a ride that you want to ride again. Because I used to just ride it once, 1 to 5 times a season. And if I went 20 times, well, I didn't ride it every time. So you have to think in a business standpoint. I know it's stupid, but when you have a business mentality like I do, and then you look at it and it's like, oh, okay. For me, it makes sense. For most people, it doesn't. You just want to ride the rides. You don't care about the business aspect of it, right? Most people don't care. And that's fine. But when I look at it, I know it sounds like I'm being fanboyish and defending. I would defend that against any park that's ripping on a ride. Not just Six Flags, any park. I get it. When you start learning about stuff and you're seeing stuff, then you learn. And then it's like, oh, all right, cool or bad or whatever. I mean, look what Universal did with Dueling Dragons, or whatever the hell they called it, at its demise. There was no reason to get rid of it. The ride was fine. They just got rid of it, and then they trashed it. They didn't even save it to sell it, nothing. It went right all in the trash. All right, so the other tidbit of news, which I found this weird, and I found this is interesting about Walt Disney World, and it has to do with the Star Wars lands opening up at Disneyland and Hollywood Studios, whatever that name of that park becomes eventually. They said that they're not going to sell branded Star Wars merchandise inside the land. There'll be branded merchandise outside of Star Wars land, but they're doing this different. Because if you remember, they have to now compete with, Diagon Alley. They have to compete with the Hogwarts, Harry Potter area. So they're making this all immersive. So we all know Star Wars land gets all immersive, right? With the rides, the land, you're going to walk in, there's creatures, there's everything has to do with Star Wars. What's up, Coaster Kid? So what they're doing is they're going to sell stuff, but not in the typical fashion that they do in other stores. So an example that they used was there's going to be like a toy store, so to speak, and there's going to be an alien selling you a toy. But like they use the example of an AT-AT, the walker. The big 4-legged walker that you see. I don't know if everybody knows the Star Wars lingo. But instead of it being modeled like, you go to the store, you buy the big toy that's like $100-something, and it looks like it came out of the movie, and you play with it, and you bang, and, like you did with your G.I. Joes and Star Wars guys as a kid. Well, at this point, it's going to look like it was handmade. So they're going to use, like, local artists and stuff, and they're going to hand make, the materials are going to look mismatched, And they're going to do this with a bunch of stuff, but they're not going to have aliens slanging T-shirts and cups and stuffed animals and stuff. Everything is going to be... They're making it so immersive that it's going to look like these aliens created the merchandise. I don't know any price point or all the merchandise that's going to be sold, but they're going that depth of being immersive. Now, if you want the Star Wars merchandise, toys and stuffed animals and whatever, they'll have those too at the park, just not in Star Wars land. So I found that weird and unique, and it's an original idea. I've never heard of something, well, especially in the Star Wars world. I don't know. I mean, I when I was at Universal, a couple weeks ago, they had the magic wands and they had, the robes and the branded stuff of Harry Potter. I don't know if it's, everything still says Universal in it, but I don't know if it's going to say Disney in it. I don't know how they're going to brand stuff, but we shall see what happens when it opens, because we got a little over a year before it's done, and I saw some overhead pictures of what's going on over in California, in Disneyland, and obviously it's not done, but some of the buildings got rock work, some don't have anything. They're still building. It's crazy, but it looks fantastic. Buildings look big because you got the Millennium Falcon ride, and you got some other ride going in that I would like more detail on to see what's going on. It's going to be great. All right, so we talked about Lake Compounce closing officially for the season. Disneyland yesterday had a power outage at 1 p.m. lasted a couple hours or so. And it was in the Toontown and the Fantasyland area. People were all complaining and bitching on Twitter about it. Somebody was stuck in the monorail for over an hour at the time, and people were saying they couldn't get refunds. They were only letting people back in that were already in. They left and came back in. They weren't letting any new guests in. So I heard it was a crap fest at Disneyland yesterday. So who the hell knows? All right, what else do I got? Any other news? That's all I got for news. So what I do, for those that are new to the show, when I have the season finale, I always like to do what I call my top 10 Wood and Steel coasters of 2017. The ones that I rode for that year, what I think of my top 10 for both. I also added my top 5 haunted attractions and my top 5 Christmas events that I've attended this year. And we'll go with that. Yeah, Star Wars, I think at both parks, in Disneyland and Disney World, are about 14 acres. And I mean, I guess, 14 acres doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot. Especially for a land, for Disney. That's quite the size, the land mass. I did not talk about Palace, even though I don't know what the other ride is at Palace, and I know they keep talking about the other ride, and it looks like another coaster. It's probably, I honestly think the other coaster that's going in, if it is in fact another coaster, is going to be like that spinny one that I rode at IAPA. I know that the big coaster, Sea Viper, I believe that's done. Well, the track is all done, I believe. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's done. But as for, and if you're talking about up in Maine there, at Old Orchard Beach, yeah, Palace Playland. I haven't seen anything what else is coming. They just teased it. Now, unless I missed something and somebody else knows something, I haven't seen anything, and I know that Russ sent out an email. I know it's on the Ace New England's website, the Facebook, about, what do you call it, pictures. Somebody went up, it might have been, what's his name, the one that wears the spinny hats, Mike Thompson. I believe Mike Thompson went up there, because he lives closer to that than Russ does. I mean, unless Russ was over hanging out with Mike. And what do you call it? if that's the case, you know, he took pictures of it. It looks like it's done and saying it's done. But yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be the spinny kiddie coaster. I know they had the other kiddie coaster over, you know, next over there, and when I rode it during CoasterCon. So I'm sure maybe they're either going to add it to the park or they're going to get rid of the kiddie coaster. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, Sea Viper looks massive. But they bought that parking lot or whatever it was, some land next to it to put that ride in it, get rid of the other coaster, and then... oh man, my nose is so itchy. Oh, it sucks. And yeah, so I think it's a spinny coaster going in there. Which if it is, that ride's pretty cool. I rode it twice at IAPA. I mean, for a kiddie coaster, and I know they have one down at Edaville. And I need to make sure I go to Edaville next year. During the summer, because they got the new water coaster opening. So we need to check that out. Dragon is still up. I don't know if it's for sale, if it's been bought. I don't think they're keeping it. I think they're getting rid of it. Well, supposed to be getting rid of it. It'd be cool if they could keep them both. And just add, you know. That'd be cool. Oh, Dragon. The little one. Maybe the Dragon's gonna stay. And yeah, and add the spinner. The spinner's really cool. It does pack a little spinner punch there. Even though I would like to see, they got like you know, like I don't know what the hell they call those rides, but like I think Cedar Points is called Tiki Twirl. You know, and the ride spins and the little cars spin around. I know Great America has one, but CBF makes a smaller version of it. And myself and Dave rode that at IAPA. And let me tell you, when I got off that ride, I had to go sit down. I was really spinning. I was like, whoa! Like, I was really, I wish they could add that flat ride. It was weird. It's small, compact, and packs a punch. Like, just the way it spins and moves. And I'm like, whoa! It was a fun ride. Just made me really spinny and dizzy. I really wish they would add it. Somebody would around here. I mean, I could see like Canopy Lake or Lake Compounds. Yeah, that ride. You know, I could see a smaller park getting it. Maybe even Funtown, Splash Town getting it. I could see that. I think that would be cool. You know, for everybody to check out. And you know, it really was a fun. It really was, yeah, like what Holiday World added, but this is like a new version that SBF makes. It's not like one of the classic ones. I don't know if Holiday World got the original classic version or a new version, but the new version's smaller, obviously less cars, but the SBF one packs. I honestly, because it's so small in the rotations, I feel packs more punch. It makes you more dizzy. But that's just me. Honestly. Canopy probably had one, but since they added Ice Jet, who's to say that they don't add a newer one? I mean, it'll be new. It's a newer version of a classic, which we need. You know, I've always been crying about this on the show and when I talk to people. The innovation for flat rides is kind of like at a standstill, creeping along. I don't know why nobody has tried. I don't know if it has to do with patents or can't get the rights or whatever it is, but people need to take the classic flat rides and then put the new, spin with new safety features, make a modern, maybe even make a throwback, like they're doing with the cars. You know, when they make the old looking cars, but new. Do the same thing, man. Yeah, it's like teacups on steroids. I'm all about that, man. I really would like to see all these companies that make flat rides today come out with newer versions of the old rides. I mean, if you look at what Chance has done with like what we call like the looper at Knoebels, we used to call it the rock and roll that they had at Rocky Point, but they have the Unicoaster, same kind of Well, the Uni 1 was the same thing as like a rock and roll, and now they have a bigger version that's more of a coaster than what the rock and roll and the looper is today. You know, it's a bigger, more like a roller coaster, not a flat ride. But still, I want to, me personally, I want to see the innovations. I mean, with Zamparella, SBF, whoever's Mac, whoever's making flat rides needs to step up to the plate and take old. I mean, Chance can do it. They had a huge selection of flat rides back in the day. Why not take them Chance rides and put a new spin on them? You know, they need to step up to the plate. They need to get that innovation rolling again. I know it's tough. Everything's been done and beaten to death. Why not bring back the classics and modernize them so that this new generation can have somewhat of what, we did. You know, I'm telling you, if companies started doing that, they could be good. I mean, look what SNS is doing with the steeplechase. They're bringing that back. I don't know which parks are getting one, but they're bringing the steeplechase roller coaster back, and I would love to ride one. I mean, I like to ride an original one and a new one, but I like to ride one. I think it would be cool. Anyway, so before I get into the coasters, I'm going to do my top 5 haunted attractions that I went to this year. We're going to start with number 5. Ghost Ship Harbor, that was out in Massachusetts. Was awesome. I did a whole review. You can go on SFNEOnline.org's main page and you will see it. You'll see the whole review for the haunts. I wanted Canopy to get a Skywarp Horizon where the train was. What train? They still have the train. Is there a different train that I'm not aware of? At Canopy? But Skywarps are cool. I like to see one of them. Yeah, see, Chance makes the Skydiver. They can make a version of it with a better car that's more fat person friendly. Because that's really like a kid ride, even though kids can't reach out. And what do you call it? Lakemont either sold theirs or is selling theirs. I mean, I'm glad I rode it a couple years ago. And I'm glad my kids got to ride it to see. And the best part is when I put my kids on it, they went through what I went through when I was their age. And it was awesome. And I don't know if I videotaped any of it or recorded it, whatever you want to call it these days. But when my kids rode it, they couldn't grab the wheel. They weren't strong enough for the wheel. So guess what happened when they went around? Round and round, spinning round and round. And it was awesome. Me and Luca were running around laughing our ass off. It was awesome. It was really awesome because the kids just were like, bouncing around. I mean, I could barely fit in it. Luca barely fit in it. And I mean, if you look back and if you look at how they're held, the doors are held, it's just a pin. Like a little pin. It's not like a big bolt. It's a little tiny ass pin. So imagine, my fat ass, banging against the door, against the pin. Same thing with the satellite ride. It can almost little pin that's holding the door, that's locking the door in place. I'm sure those pins get bent. Oh yeah, they changed the train route. There's a lot of things Canopy can do, and until they get rid of that internal strife with all the family members, all the people that own it, you're not going to get much out of that park. Canopy needs to do something before they go out of business. Because if they don't change their ways, they're heading that way. I mean, yes, it's a profitable park right now, and the money-hungry family members that don't want to spend money are taking the check. But I think over time, they're going to run out of that money as less and less people go, because people can only take the same for so long. You know what I'm saying? I mean, eventually people start going, I don't want to do this anymore. It sucks. You got to add something new or people ain't going. I got to clean my glasses after this. They're dirty. So anyway, so number 5 was Ghost Ship Harbor. If you haven't been, it takes place on an actual battleship in the harbor in Mass. I think it's up like in Quincy, Mass. And it's really awesome. I loved it. Everybody that went with us, we loved it. I don't think Luco went to that one. I think the kids, I don't know if Luco was there or not. Luco might not have been there for that. I don't know, but it was awesome. I don't remember. All right, the next one, number 4 on my list, is Barrett's Haunted Mansion. That's up in Mass. That one was an awesome one. Even though it was short, but it's awesome. The next one, number 3, I put Fright Fest for Six Flags New England. Number 2 on the list was Fairtown Full Contact. Even if you go to Fairtown when it's normal and it's not all touching, grabbing, and all that, it's still a great haunt. But Full Contact is where it's at. And they always do that last weekend right after Halloween, where they do the excuse me, where it's no holds barred, and I talked about it. I loved it so much I made a video about it. I contacted the owners and met with them. That's how excited I was about this haunt, and I can't wait for next year. Because if we can record it right, we can put it on there. I'm sure that they'll take away the monetization on the haunt, on a YouTube video, but I don't care. People need to see how awesome it is to be touched, grabbed, and whatever. People need to see it. People need to go. I mean, look, I'm excited about it, and I can't wait for it to come back. I mean, I'm going to go when it's normal, then I'm going to go back when it's touchy, feely. I'm all about it. All about it. Everybody else should, too. We need a big group of people to go to Fairtown. Sean, I'm talking to you, and Luco, and everybody needs to go to Fairtown, and they can grab us and do crazy crap to us. It'll be awesome. And then number 1 on my list was Haunted Graveyard at Lake Compounds. Now, I found that one to be my all-time favorite. The quality, the theme, I mean, obviously it wasn't scary. Neither was Fairtown to me. It was to other people, but I kind of rolled along with it, played along. But the Lake Compounds I felt was, out of all these haunts that I went to this year, I went to a lot of them. These were the 5 that stood out to me. These were the 5. I mean, I know I have others to go to. I know this. But this year, these were the 5 that stood out to me, that were the better of the bunch. And next year, we're changing the routine and going to different stuff. So, we'll see. But yeah, that was my list, the top 5. For the top 5 haunted attractions I went to this year. There's some in New Hampshire I'm going to next year. There's some in Pennsylvania I'm going to next year. We're going to have fun and we're going to roll with it. Alright, so next, my best Christmas events that I had for this year. Number 5 was Oasis of the Seas. Obviously, I didn't go to a lot of them this year. But I got to experience 5, actually. Well, 4 out of the 5. But we'll get to the other one in a minute and why. Oasis of the Seas, every day on the boat, it was obviously decorated for Christmas. They had all kinds of things going on. You could take pictures with characters. They had Santa Claus. They had themed parties. They had themed things for kids. They had all kinds of stuff. That was all decked out for Christmas. Christmas shows on the ship. Christmas, all kinds of stuff. Christmas movies, Christmas, all that stuff. They have a show called The Holiday Spectacular that I posted a video tonight. You can watch that in full. It's kind of like Frost in a sense, only more singing than actual like cool things going on. A couple of the songs really, to me, kind of sucked, but they couldn't hit their notes, so to speak, when they were singing. Looks like there was a stripper swinging in a hula hoop from the ceiling. So if you want to see a stripper, by all means. I mean, she didn't take her clothes off, but let me tell you, I think when she's not on the cruise ship, she's a stripper. And when you watch her moves on the little hula hoop thing hanging from the ceiling, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So, you can get the stripper routine. So I'd watch it. You'll see the stripper hanging from the hula hoop. The moves on that. Oh, God. Oh, God. So, besides that, so number 4 was Universal Orlando. Obviously, Universal Orlando side was decked out for Christmas. They had the Macy's Day Parade. Diagon Alley was all decked out for Christmas. And that parade is probably going to go up tomorrow. The video. I know it's after Christmas and I'm putting Christmas parades up, but you guys can watch it and see what it was if you didn't see it online already. So you got that. Now, number 3 on my list was Universal Islands of Adventure. Now, they had Grinchmas and Seuss Land. They had the projection show that I posted, the projection show, and some of the footage of Universal from both parks. Already online, you can see that if you check it out. I was a little disappointed with the Harry Potter castle. And And the only reason why I'm saying that is because, from my view, when I was looking at it, not through a camera lens, when I was looking at it with my own eyes, it looked distorted. But the same thing happened with Disney when they were doing it on the castle. On Cinderella's castle. Same thing was going on. You have to adjust and get better equipment and stuff. And I totally know that Universal is it's the first year for the projection on it. But it looked like crap. It could be that it wasn't dark enough. Because, if you watch the video, it gets darker and darker and darker as the show's going on. Obviously, it looks better the darker it is. But it still looked distorted, just like their screens on their rides. So, but what they're doing is cool. They just need to adjust, is what they need to do. And I think that'll be cool, because I really have high hopes for that. I'm all about seeing shows. I like the shows. I like seeing anything, you can project on a castle, just shows in general. If there's a good show, I'll watch it. Like the holiday show on Oasis, I fell asleep during that. But then when I watched Edge Effect on Oasis, I was awake. I guess it depends on the content, what it is. Christmas music, when you listen to it, it sounds depressing. It's all slow and sad sounding. I like the more upbeat, up-tempo ones, not the, oh, that I'm gonna put you to sleep. I don't like that crap. I don't want that. Do you want that? I don't want that. You don't want that, right? You don't want that. I don't want that. We don't want that. So we got that. So, Grinchmas was awesome. I didn't see the show. I didn't get an opportunity to see the show for one reason or another. We did get to go meet the Grinch. We took the picture with the Grinch. The picture of the Grinch is online. That guy that played the Grinch was awesome. He's talking trash like the Grinch to people when they came up. We had Thing 1 and Thing 2 shirts on. Me and Jessica were matching. He was like, oh, he goes, hey, we can be like a team and steal the Christmas stuff. He said to me and Jessica, he's like, you two go do it and I'll take all the credit. We're like, all right. He's like, yeah, my guys, and he loved it, and he would just talk trash to everybody. It was awesome. Hey, I like singing too, but Sean, go watch that video and then come talk to me at how horrible some of that singing is. And like I said, I don't like that slow, I don't know. I feel like the slow, traditional Christmas songs, it's so depressing. Really listen to the words, and they're very, I know people are religious. I'm not a religious guy. And, my singing. Oh, all right, cool. Well, at least people like my crappy singing. That's okay. But if you listen to the traditional Christmas songs, they sound depressing. You think about it. Christmas is supposed to be a happy time of year. It's supposed to be, anyway. You're spending time with friends and family, and it's the season of giving, and you get presents, and, you're spending time, and you're partying and all that. And, you got these songs like Oh Silent Night and all these other crappy songs. They should just be silent and not sing those songs. But I'm telling you, go listen to the crappy, some of the songs on there are okay. There's some chick wearing a red dress, but she sings an opera song or something, and it was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? It was phenomenal. That chick hit every note. She was a really great singer. Then you got this other chick that was trying to sing some song in a black dress, and I don't know if it was nerves, lack of confidence, and she couldn't hit some of the notes. Then there's another chick at the end that was singing Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, and couldn't hit her notes either. Then you got these other guys that are trying to sing all weird. Those people that sing Broadway shows and oh, not opera, but close enough to almost. And they're singing like that, and I'm like, dude, shut the hell up. Sing something good. Then they were doing a Jewish song about a ladle. And the dude was dressed like the spinny thing and going, ladle, 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 I masturbate in a ladle. I don't know, whatever he does. But it's funny. That was funny entertainment. It was a quick song, and he was playing with himself as a ladle. I don't know what the hell was going on, but watch it, you'll laugh. And I like the upbeat Christmas songs, but there's not many upbeat Christmas songs. That's why when I was doing the Dr. Giggles things, besides doing my crazy horror stuff, I made crazy horror Christmas songs. I did. I talk about. You don't know how many times I killed Santa Claus. Like I did a Christmas CD as Dr. Giggles from like. I did one in 2000 or 2001 just for my family, and it wasn't like murder killing thing. It was just I made a Christmas CD as Dr. Giggles, and it was a nice one. There wasn't any swear words or anything, surprisingly. And then after that, I did the Dr. Giggles kill Santa Claus all the time, and you know I've had Christmas songs talking about killing myself and all this other stuff. You know, I had like F Your Christmas, and I made a song about Newtown, Connecticut shooting, making it like it was me, but for Christmas, and all the kids are dead for Christmas. You know, I make messed up songs like that. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I know it's offensive, but that's what I do. Like, these songs, like, when I did the Holiday in the Park Christmas song, it was so hard to write that because I'm used to making horror songs, not nice songs, because I wanted the park to hear it, and I wanted to get out, and I didn't want to, like, get in trouble with other people that watch the show. You know what I mean? I didn't want parks to go, oh, this dude's dirty and nasty, so... But I try to add a couple, like, you know, if you listen to one of the verses, it says, about the reindeer wranglers causing more mischief than the Boston Strangler. I had to add something in there. And then it was hard writing the cruise thing, same thing. That's why I put, like, freezing my balls, and, you know, I have to add something different to it because if not, I can't make it. I have to add some kind of weird element to it, and that's just how I do it. It's just my thing. So that's why I do it, and that's why, like, I can't stand traditional Christmas songs. They need to disappear. You know, like, I like, you know, rocking around the Christmas tree, there's a reindeer that's gotta pee, you know, stuff like that. You know, I want to hear them things. I want to hear those songs. Or like the Bruce Springsteen version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Awesome. You know, I like the upbeat stuff. And yes, Luco, the songs in Frost were awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that was the cool thing about Frost. It was upbeat. It kept my attention. There was cool stuff going on. And I loved it. I could sit there and watch that video over and over and over again. And I can't even make a penny on the video on YouTube because of the copyrighted songs. That thing's been shut down for making money. But I don't care. I love the video. Everybody that can't make it should go see it. I'm fine with it. People just watch it. And then you watch my other videos too. That's the whole thing. Ones I can't make money on, I also make sure there's a little box at the end so when they watch it, they can watch another video that may or may not have monetization. So people can make money. Well, I can make money. Try it. And trust me, I don't very make. Right now, it's like after I got the first, I finally got a payment like 2 months ago for $100-something. I'm up to 35 right now. Well, in the last 28 days. So I don't know what I got. I gotta go look at the AdSense account, see what I got in there. So I just keep pumping videos out. You guys keep watching them, and eventually I can take all that money and then make the show even better. Or maybe it'll be enough money to go on a really crazy cool trip to do, you know, that I can really cover. Maybe we'll get that someday. That'd be cool. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. All right, so yeah, so the next one was on the Christmas list was Lake Compound's Holiday Lights. I didn't go this year, but I've gone in the past years, and they add a little more every year, and I love it. They were the first one really around that I went to besides Edaville that really came out with a Christmas event, and it's awesome. The number one was Holiday in the Park for Six Flags New England because they really outdid themselves. I don't know how many of you agree, disagree, don't care, but Six Flags New England went above and beyond and blew my mind. Like I'm seeing right here, I know there's more views than what's on here, but it's showing on my thing here. It says up next, Holiday in the Park, 2017 Six Flags New England, 781 views. Now, when you look at that, that just says that people loved it. And, I mean, I wish it was thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views, but it's not, and I'm okay with that. But, I mean, from the lights, the way they decorated, everything they had going on. I don't know how many of you did Santa Claus. That was awesome. I mean, they won't allow cameras in there. You can't film, take pictures. They want it to be like a secret, so like a surprise, but it's really cool in there. From Frost to all the decorations to all the stuff they had going on. I can't wait for next year. It was really awesome. And, I mean, they really outdid themselves. I mean, when I walked in and saw the lights on and I saw all the stuff going on, I was like, whoa. You know, like it blew my mind. It was pretty crazy. I'll be honest. I ain't even going to lie. That was nuts. And that's why, for me, for this year, Holiday in the Park was my favorite Christmas event that I went to. Alright, so I'm going to do my top 10 wood coasters, and I know some people may agree, may not agree, but these are coasters that I actually rode this year. So that's why I'm only doing the ones that I rode, not overall. So number 10 on the list is Thunderbolt at Six Flags New England. Number 9 was Grizzly at King's Dominion. Number 8 was White Lightning at Fun Spot in Orlando. Number 7 was Twister at Knoebels. Number 6 was Yankee Cannonball at Canopy Lake Park. Number 5 was Dragon Coaster at Rise Playland. Number 4 was Lightning Racer at Hershey Park. Number 3 was Mind Blower at Fun Spot Kissimmee. Number 2 was Phoenix at Knoebels. And number 1 was Boulder Dash at Lake Compounds. Those are my top 10s this year. And I gotta say, the only reason why Dragon Coaster was ahead of Yankee Cannonball, and the only reason for this is because of the Dragon Tunnel. If Yankee Cannonball had like a cannonball like tunnel, then Yankee Cannonball would have been ahead. I just like that the dragon eats you and then he craps you out at the end. That alone is worth where it is. But I mean, overall, I'm going it off a gimmick. I mean, overall, Yankee Cannonball is the better coaster, but I like the Dragon Coaster just because he eats you and poops you out. That's why he moved up there. I got pooped out by a dragon. Okay, so my top 10 steel. Number 10, Impulse at Knoebels. Number 9, I-305 at King's Dominion. Number 8, Volcano at King's Dominion. Number 7, Alpengeist at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Number 6, Big Thunder Railroad at Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World. Number 5, Sky Rush at Hershey Park. Number 4, Incredible Hulk at Universal Orlando Islands of Adventure. Number 3 was Verbolten at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Number 2, Wicked Cyclone. And number 1, Superman. That was my top 10 for this year. So that's what I did. That's my yearly thing I do every year. Now, I am going to make... Every year I usually drop a video in around now about my, like the Grove Show's year in review. Right? Usually I do that every year. Not this time. The only reason why is, you know me, I like to do things bigger and better. And the new editing program I have is phenomenal. I keep finding new things every day. And instead of doing the usual year in review, we're doing a music video for it. Just like I've done for, what do you call it? For Holiday in the Park, and I did the Oasis. So we're gonna make the rap song the year in review, and that'll be up within a week or two. And I just have to pick the beat, write the song, do it, and then just put it all together. So basically, I gotta find all the footage that I want, kind of map it out, and then make the song to what I see there, and then that'll be good. Because I can map that all out in a few hours, and then make the song in like a couple, and it'll be done. And then we'll be good. But anyway, so before we get going, we're gonna get going really shortly here. I want to make sure I wish everybody a happy new year. Hopefully everybody has fun, stay safe, stay warm, because it's going to be freezing. Second of all, I'm going to pull up a calendar right now. We're going to roll the dice here. I'm going to pick a date of when we're going to return. So let's pull up the calendar here. All right, so come on, let's get out of here. We're going to return. I better write this down so I remember. But we will return on Thursday, February 15th. So that gives you like a month and a half of no live shows. But in that meantime, myself and Luco and everybody else are going to be working behind the scenes. New intros. We're still going to be making videos all the time, so don't think we're going to be silent. Like I said, we're not going to be silent. We're going to make fun videos. We're going to make rant videos. We're going to make informative videos. We're going to make videos to keep you occupied while we're, off the air. So we're just going to find a whole bunch of videos and just do some cool things. And then what I want you guys, if you've made it this far and you're watching this after the fact, let us know in the comments things you like to see. And if something isn't working for you that you watch, video comes out and you don't like it because it's, maybe it's the topic you don't like. Maybe it's the content of how we filmed it isn't right. Let us know. Trust me, you're not going to hurt my feelings. You can say something sucks. You can say, hey, stop making that. It sucks. Trust me, I'm not going to be offended. I just want to make sure it's content all you guys like out there that we come back. We're going to change the format of the show itself. We're going to have more of a formatted, better show. And I like the whole, everybody getting together and in this chat and everybody talking, because a lot of times a lot of cool conversations come up. A lot of cool things happen. And that's what I like. And, so just keep that coming. And we'd like to get more of the fans involved in the show too, because now that I'm always breaking out the camera and everything, we need to videotape people in it. We want to get everybody involved. It's fun. We need to get like Sean Prout hanging out with us at parks and stuff. I know, sometimes things get tough with work and stuff, but Sean, remember this. There's always money to be made. Make a little time for yourself, because if not, you're going to go crazy. I see you working 48 hours, whatever. You need to stop doing... I know it's money. You need to make that money. I get it. Everybody's got to make that money. I work ridiculous, crazy hours, too. But you got to always make sure you got time for yourself and go do things you enjoy. If not, you're going to go crazy. Trust me. I feel so better and refreshed after that trip I took. I feel like a new man. Even though I wish I was in the warm weather, because it sucks. But... So, be on the lookout for all the new stuff coming out. And if any suggestions, please don't hesitate to let us know. And we will see you guys in I can't believe it, 2018. Who ever thought we were supposed to die in 2012? Remember? December 21st, the end of the world. And here we are. It's going to be 2018 with new coaster seasons coming, new adventures. So, you do, Sean. You're always welcome to come with us, man. You just got to do it. Take this. Trust me. I know. You may have the money to do it, but maybe you're afraid to do it. Maybe you're afraid to go. Sometimes in my mind, I've done it too, Sean. I'm not knocking you. Sometimes you go, I don't know, nah, and just go, nah, I don't want to go. Don't do the nah. If you got the money for the trip, say you have the money for the trip. Because, I don't have money for every trip. If I can't go because of money, I go, hey, I can't go because of money. But if you got the money to go, and we say, hey, come with us on this, come. Don't worry about anything. Just, you got the dough, you want to do the trip, say, hey, yeah, I'm down. Just go. Even if you're going to take the kids, be like, hey, can I take the kid? Yeah, let's go. If you need to take your daughters too, just be like, hey, yeah, we're going. We're all going to have fun. Don't ever. This one guy one time told me, an old work colleague of mine that worked for another company, he used to travels the world. And he said to me this. He goes, if you get the money, do it. There's always money to be made. And because me and my dad own the company, he's like, you guys own a company. You guys are making money. If you have money to go travel, no matter where in the world, do it. Do not regret not doing it. Don't regret it. Just go and do it. Like I said, there's always money to be made. And why miss out on something that potentially could be the best time of your life? You know what I'm saying? We can figure out a way to get you to me. We can figure that out. Then we just roll out and just go and have fun. I'm telling you, man. I'm saving up cash for all these other crazy trips. So, save some cash up where you can. Every penny counts. And then we just roll out and go have fun. Trust me, you will have fun with it. We always do dumb, stupid stuff, and we have a blast. As you can see. We need to include you in on that, Sean. You need to come and hang, man. You don't know. You don't know, man. We need you hanging with the posse. You need to get down on the fun, man. Because the times I hung out with you, man, we've had fun. We've had a lot of fun. We need to keep rolling with that, man. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Everybody. We all need to hang out and roll through the parks and have fun. But in any case, I'm going to get going. I got researching on Plan B for Sunday. And so we're going to do that. So, guys, have a very happy New Year. I will see you guys February 15th live on the air again. Keep checking for the videos as we keep posting them. Keep checking for when we're closing down the Grove Show Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and merging it all with SFNEOnlines. Because that's what's going down. Yeah, we'll see you guys next year. So, have fun, y'all. Be safe. If you're drunk, don't drive. I know I sound like an old man, but just trust me. Don't do it. Save yourself. And I will leave you with the Oasis of the Seas music video as we depart again. And we'll see you guys in 2018. Peace out, y'all. Keep on coasting, y'all. Woo!
Yo, Dr. Giggles back in effect. And we heading out in the Oasis of the Seas, y'all. Yo, fun in the sun, y'all. Check it out. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster, chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster, chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Poured in Oasis in the middle of December. Hoping everything that happens I'll remember. Watching rubber duckies dance on ice. Is my brain fried or is it cooked like rice? In time became a lost art. Dancing and spinning, moving around like a dog. Walking through the promenade, it feels like Christmas. And landing on a cruise ship, I needed a witness. I thought eating a lot would be smart. I guess it was wrong, now I have to fight. Now there's a parade, now it's time to move. We're headed to the carousel so I can finally sit. Relaxing in paradise as we ride in Haiti. No pirates in sight, oh my matey. Swimming around in crystal clear blue water. I heard it was snowing at home, sorry for the torture. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Relaxing in the spa after a tough day. A bad ritual for us, now it's time to play. Heading off to Jamaica, taking a drive. Better lock those doors so we can stay alive. Beautiful in nature, rich on river falls. Climbing up the waterfalls, just freezing my balls. Splashing in the water, doing the backflip. The four of us together, hoping it never stops. She's singing about murder at the Ocean Beach Club. Can't wait to get back then, relax in the hot tub. With passion on shore, our feet start to sing. The thought of walking back is not really starting to sing. Traffic green lock, with nowhere to go. Walking back about a mile, starting to feel like a hoe. Nobody feels pity for our frustrations. The locals say no problems, but only situations. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. We in the home stretch, heading back to port. The fun isn't over, but time is running short. Cruise compass in hand, entertainment has been checked. Tonight at 10:30, we watching the Edge Effect. It's all a cappella, they all blew my mind. Had to buy the CDs, had to get them all signed. The windjammer is holding time to get some food. Now that my belly's full, I'm in a better mood. Cut my helmet out so I could ice skate. I weevil and wobble, I guess I better lose some weight. Christmas carolers gather to spread Christmas cheer. Look at all those hot items not showing any fear. The cruise is almost over, so I go ride a carousel. When I get home, I know I'm gonna feel like hell. At the end of the day, you're feeling good vibrations. While you're freezing in the snow, I'm relaxing with celebrations. Rolling through Haiti, riding a mountain coaster. Chilling in Jamaica with music hot as a toaster. Tequila shots galore, we party in Mexico. 80 degrees here while you're buried in snow. Rolling through snow.